Welcome to the Extraordinary Culture Podcast. Podcast for the culture that is music, movies, sports, food, and beer. The Extraordinary Culture.
Welcome to the Extraordinary Culture Podcast for September.
Oh, way to go. You fucked that one up.
I always fuck it up.
Every time we give you a mic.
Dude. Hey, it's the end of September, which means it's time to wake up Billie Joe Armstrong. Wake me up when September ends.
Hey, wake up, fool.
It's one of my favorite memes on the internet. Every September 30th.
How long has he been asleep?
A long
Since
time.
2004.
Long
Wow.
time.
That long?
That's a long time.
Damn.
That's when the album came
14
out.
years?
Rip Van Winkle and shit.
What's up, guys?
Not much, man.
It's coming Halloween. If you look in the stores now that summer's over, Halloween decorations are up.
Man,
Sure
they have
don't
Christmas
feel
stuff
like
at Costco. What you talking about? That tree.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Those like 10-foot trees.
Hey, when are they going to start putting the Easter stuff out?
Probably next month.
Dude, you know they got Amazon's like talking about delivering Christmas trees now?
I heard that.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Then we have to go get
That's
one.
cool.
Yeah, but okay, stupid question. I'm totally naive. Do you know what you're getting when you place the order?
A tree.
You have a general idea, but it's not like you can go say, oh, this one has that little gap right here. Or this
Yeah.
one has, I like the way these are
So
full.
you're just going to settle? I mean, is that what it is? Like,
Can you
That's
really
the
do that
thing.
so much now? Actually, I haven't had a live tree since I lived in
Neither
home,
have
so
I.
don't know.
So, I mean,
I don't remember the last time I've had a live stream. It's been over 20 years.
You still do a live tree?
I don't do
I'm
that.
trying to think if we do a live tree. You know what? No, because last year we didn't even do a tree. We had a little one. Bunch of presents wrapped around that bitch, but we
The prior
it wasn't
president
very
Had
big.
more room for presents because it's a
Yeah,
small tree.
really.
You going to throw one in the new patio back there?
Dude, that would be pretty rad. Throw a couple trees.
Yeah.
All
See, it's
over the
looking
place.
nice, man.
So, dude, what's going on? Anything new, guys?
Pumpkin spice is back.
Nah,
yeah.
pass.
Oh, great.
Next.
No, because there is an excellent beer from Noble Ale Works. I don't
Well,
know.
I refuse to drink it if it's pumpkin spice. Right now.
Have you ever had their naughty sauce?
Do I have to have a pair of Uggs to drink it?
Dude, the name of the beer is Yoga Pants.
Yoga
Yoga pants? Oh,
That's the
God.
That's
Han
just where
Solo
they go,
weather.
man.
Oh, man.
That's where they go with that.
That's
It's the
horrible.
pumpkin spice milk stout. It's hilarious.
The white stout,
It's
correct? Yeah. No, I'm gearing up for 31 Days of Horror. I've been doing that for the last 3-4 years.
Okay, so to people that don't know what 31 Days of Horror is, I'm sure they kind of can already pick up on it, but like, what is it specifically?
So for the month of October, you watch 31 horror films, one for every day of the month. You watch one each day. Sometimes if you know you're going to be busy, you could like load up and do 2 or 3, but like you have to have a 31 horror movie. Horror movies. Now somebody said like I don't watch Star Wars. I go, it's not a horror film.
Horror movies don't count? Get it? Horror movies? 31 Days of Pornhub?
Dan, you probably do like 61 days and 31 days.
That's a lot more than that.
So you watch 31 horror movies. My friend tried to do Star Wars. I go, it doesn't count. He's like, but you just watch like comedy with vampires. I'm like, yeah, it's a horror film.
Yeah, it's
Screw
still
you.
a horror movie.
He's all like, what about Young Frankenstein? That's not a horror movie. I go, it has more elements of horror than Star Wars. So you do 31 horror movies, one for every day of the month, and you end with the original Halloween on Halloween.
Okay, so question.
Yes.
If I watched Rogue One, would that count?
No.
Just for the last 5 minutes?
How
Would
would
not
Rogue
count.
One count? Just out of curiosity.
What's that?
How would Rogue One count?
Because that entire Darth Vader scene at the end.
It's scary as shit.
Oh, yeah, it is. If that ain't no horror element, I don't know what is.
No, it wouldn't count.
Oh, man.
But you could watch like Scooby-Doo. You could watch like
What?
Elvis Costello meets
No,
the
that was
Mummy.
only
And you
horror.
can't
that was
watch
horror
it-
because it was a bad movie.
No,
you
no,
can
no.
watch Scooby-Doo, but not Rogue One. That doesn't even make sense to me.
He said horror movies. The Scooby-Doo cartoon series does not count as
No.
No.
The
Alright,
whole-
next.
they
you
also
can
have-
watch Scooby-Doo, the WrestleMania
You
adventure.
can watch
Oh, the one with John Cena and
Scooby-Doo.
Jim
Yeah.
Carrey?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can watch Pornhub.
Okay. I'd rather watch
There's
that.
scarier things on that than
I'm sure there is.
You know, the Freeform will do like the family-friendly version. So if you do want that style as opposed to the scary horror elements, Freeform is actually doing it for 31 days. Usually they've only done it 13. This is the first year doing 31.
Awesome.
So that's cool.
Right on. So, man.
Wait. Does Stranger Things count?
No, because it's a miniseries.
It's a
not
miniseries.
not
What
a
if I
movie.
watched the
You could
entire
binge watch
What
it?
if I binge watched one season?
Then you have too much time on your hands.
So is anybody
not October though.
is anybody going to Halloween time at Disneyland?
I've been to California Adventure a little bit, and that's always cool. That they've expanded it into California Adventure the last 2 years.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
And,
that's really
like-
where everything's happening.
And they have the Headless Horseman statue up front now,
That's really
which
cool.
is a really great shot, a great photo opportunity. They Cars Land, they go all out.
Oh wow.
It looks really cool. And the food fair this year, they actually went above and beyond, and they made a map, or not a map, but a brochure telling you where to get all the
I forgot to
food.
get that. Where was that at?
You have to get it at either City Hall or Chamber of Commerce.
Damn, I was there last night too. Got to pick it up. I had a problem. Well, I'm gonna tell you a quick problem. So I went last night, and the intention was that I've upgraded to the Signature Plus Pass. So I have Max Pass on my thing now. So Rob and I went.
What's Max Pass?
Max Pass is the thing where I can get fast passes directly from my phone.
Oh, sweet.
So I don't have to go up to the machine, and you can do it from both parks. Once you're scanned in, I can look at. From a California Adventure, I could look at the times at Disneyland and get a fast pass over there through
That's
my phone,
pretty smart.
through the mobile app. So Rob and I tried it a couple weeks ago when we were there. We decided we liked it, and I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to add this to my kids' passes, so that they go often enough that it's $75 for the year. I just renewed, so it's only been like less than a month, or it's $10 for the day. Okay, so if we use it 8 times, it's worth its money, which you know I'll do. So we did that. I went to the ticket booth, waited in line in the ticket booth, which wasn't that long because it was like 9 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
And said, hey, I want to add Max Pass to these passes. And she told me, oh, you can't do that. You can only do it through the app, but you have to be scanned in first. And I'm like, well, that was a waste of time. I'm sitting here. I only waited like 10 minutes in line, but still, what a waste of time. So I get scanned in, I try it, and nope, you can only do it for the day. So Rob was like, why don't you go see if they can do it at the Chamber of Commerce over here? I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of pissed. So I went over there and asked them, and they're like, you can't do that. You have to do that at the ticket booth. And I was like, she told me I had to do it on the app. And then when I looked,
deception.
yeah, the deception was real. So ended up, like, it was really packed last night, so I wouldn't have been able to use it anyway because most stuff had gone through. But like, I had to go back outside after we left California Adventure when it closed, get back in line, wait another 10 minutes in line to actually tell them what I wanted. And I complained. I was like, hey, they told me I could do this. And she's like, you can't do that. It has to be done here at the ticket booth. And I was like, son of a bitch. I kept looking at the lady that had told me that, and I was like, I don't
She
like
told
you.
me I
yeah,
couldn't.
I know.
For shame.
I should have
For
raised a bigger
shame.
fuss and got something free, but no, I was pretty pissed. But anyway,
You're not
the kids
making me
now have
happy
Fast Pass.
today.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
they
the
don't give a
happiest
shit
place on
anymore.
earth, and I'm not entitled.
I thought he went to go complain that he didn't get caramel dipping sauce for his apple
That
churro.
too, son of a bitch.
I'm an AP holder. God damn it!
Give me stuff.
Give me stuff.
And they have a
Tell me I'm
sour
pretty.
apple churro, and they have a caramel with it too. So we went up and said, "Hey, let me get a sour apple churro. Let me get some of the." I'm sorry, we ran out of caramel syrup for the day, the sauce for the day. What?
Oh,
Man, that's some bullshit. It just costs extra though. It's an extra $1, so I guess. Well, Rob bought them, so I guess he saved a couple bucks. But it tasted like sour apple.
You only
Like,
need one
there
for
was a ton of
churros.
sugar. There was a ton of sugar.
Oh,
on
so
it.
I don't like it. Cause
Didn't matter, they didn't-
I hate apple
They
flavor.
didn't have one anyway. Wouldn't have done any good. I'm mad at Chipotle too because they ran out of vinaigrette yesterday too. Then my day just sucked.
Wait, you
yesterday.
still eat a Chipotle?
Yeah.
hey, you can get guacamole now. There, you can get a
You can get
large
chorizo
order.
right now.
Order of guacamole. Is that in place of the pork? Normally they run out of pork all the time.
They didn't
but-
have carnitas for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, painted meat or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I just don't go there.
Anyone going to Not Scary Farm?
You know,
haven't been
I want to.
since-
I kind of
Yeah.
want to this year.
One
I
of these
haven't
one of
been
these
in
years I
ages.
kind of want to give one of those passes. Every since like $90.
Oh, it's $99,
Yeah.
and it's like
Yeah.
you could go in every
Like
day.
front of the line
Yeah.
pass or some shit like that.
No, I think
too,
that's
or-
extra still, but you can go in like whenever.
Oh, okay.
So
It's like a season pass or
Yeah,
something?
I think I'd kind of rather do that. Let's think about it for next year. I think I'd kind of rather do that so I can be like, okay, I got on 2 mazes. That's good. I don't want to wait. all this long.
It only took me 5 days.
Yeah.
I think is
5 days ago.
Is Universal doing that now too?
No,
I thought
Universal
they were.
has a special like front of the line pass.
Okay.
And I was watching some guy who was
so-
telling me it actually costs more. Like it's like you're better off going for 2 different days to see everything than buying the front of the line pass because it just costs that much more.
Wow.
So he said like, yeah, I'd rather just go for like 2 days and check.
Wow,
things
you
out.
get Hogwarts and all of a sudden, up your game.
And then I've talked to a couple people who went. They said they went for the Stranger Things maze, and that was like a 2.5 hour wait each time.
Yeah, my
Oh, I
friend said it
believe
was
it.
a 3 out of 5. He said it wasn't even that good.
It wasn't even that good a maze.
Yeah.
Wow.
The one that's the hit right now is actually the Classic Monsters one.
I want to check that one out. I love the
I
classic.
don't want to pay the
monsters.
money. And it's a long drive. But anyway, what else is going on?
You can take the train, but the train
Man.
doesn't run in the middle or in the middle of the night.
I
when
took
it's
the
over.
train to the Angel game the other night, and it that was actually pretty quick. But length of time, man. Length of time is the big deal.
So this Nightmare Before Christmas thing that's coming up, is Disneyland doing anything for it for the 25th?
I haven't heard anything.
Disneyland
that I've
isn't, but
heard.
they're going to show the movie October 22nd to the 31st at the El Capitan Theater in Hollywood.
El Capitan.
Yeah, Capitan.
They do that every year, though.
They do that every year, but this is a special 25th anniversary
Yeah.
one.
So that means it's gonna sell out.
Yeah.
So like, how do you get tickets for something like? You just got to get them online.
Just do it online.
Yeah. Just Ticketmaster or whatever.
Yeah, the same way as getting tickets for a movie. Because that's what it is. It's legit just a regular movie theater, but they do a lot of stuff with Disney.
Well,
Right next to Jimmy Kimmel.
well, we're not talking El Capitan. We're talking Hollywood Bowl, right? Too.
No, there's
no.
no.
Two separate things.
There's two
There's
two
two
events.
The Hollywood
Yeah.
Bowl thing is that concert
yeah,
that all
yeah.
the cast is doing.
So this year they have Danny Elfman and Catherine O'Hara are going to
Didn't they
reprise
have
their
that-
roles.
Didn't they have that last year, too?
I think this is the first year that Danny Elfman's done it, but it's a special one for the 25th
No, I don't think
anniversary.
it's the first year Danny Elfman did it, but maybe the rest of the cast.
Yeah. And Oogie Boogie's going to be there. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. Sorry, Oogie.
Is it Ken Pate? Is that might be Jack.
And that one, I believe, is the 26th and 27th, right before Halloween.
I think
Yeah.
I got a friend that's going.
I almost bought tickets. I ended up not doing it. So
But it's the same night as Surf City Blitz, so that's a negative.
yes,
Those
I would rather do that.
performances at the Hollywood Bowl are gangbuster now because they do them for that. They've done them for Beauty and the Beast to this point and Little Mermaid.
they've.
I want to say
Take my money.
pretty much, man. For some Disney fans, it's shut up and take my money.
And every year they do like a greasing along.
Do they really?
Yeah. And someone was like, "Oh yeah, I love the greasing along. You don't like Grease?" I'm like, "I like Grease, but not enough to like go and see it." And a bunch of people who think they could try to sing everything.
Like
Well,
Grease 2 with
actually,
fries.
they just re-released, of course, Nightmare on Blu-ray for the 20th anniversary.
Oh, it came out already?
Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna have to buy it.
and they included in the Blu-ray the sing-along component,
Really?
so you can actually put it on. And
Like
it
I
does the
couldn't have done
follow
it
the
anyway.
bouncing ball. Oh,
Yeah.
I know, but
Yeah.
it's just one more element of fun is because you've got that follow the bouncing ball thing.
Amazon right now.
You got your karaoke. We ended up having to get it through Target. Like it came out Labor Day weekend.
That long? Oh, it's only a couple weeks.
Yeah, but it was like you couldn't find it. It was weird.
Huh.
So we ended up
It's that
ordering it
popular
online
movie.
at Target, and yeah, that and Hocus Pocus.
I've never seen that.
Hocus Pocus.
Yeah,
I've never seen it either.
I'm not a Streisand fan, so I couldn't.
that's probably why.
I couldn't watch.
Nor Bette Midler.
Or Midler. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Midler. Sorry, I'm not a big fan of either, so I was never into it. But I mean, Kathy and Jimmy's in it.
Hey, how much was the Blu-ray?
Peggy Hill.
Peggy Hill. I couldn't remember. 20 something.
Okay, because this must be a third market because it's $53.
Yeah, no, it was only 20 something.
Nah.
But
Try the Target app.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
yeah.
Or where Jose works at.
Nah, no one shops at Best Buy anymore. Hey, Jose, what's up?
He doesn't listen. If he's listening, then he'll like
Nah,
it.
that
on
fool
the,
goes to like Wizard assemblages and shit in downtown Riverside
the Wizard Crawl.
at the Menagerie.
But it was there. It was at Worthington's Tavern. It was all over.
Yeah,
the
it was all
place.
over downtown
It was a
Riverside.
crawl.
Oh yeah, it was a pub crawl.
Yeah.
yeah. He just posted pictures from the Menagerie.
I saw the ones from Worthington's.
From
Worthington's is a cool little tavern.
I don't know what that fool does.
With Halloween, man, there's so many different events though. Like there's the Pumpkin Nights at the Fairplex I've heard about, but I don't know anything about it. What do you know? X?
Just what they basically do is like after the fairs close and like when they're not doing Oktoberfest or another part of the Fairplex where they're not having Oktoberfest, they just have like a bunch of different pumpkins set up. So people decorate their pumpkins in different ways and come and check it out. I haven't been yet. It's been curious, but I'd probably rather go to Oktoberfest at Fairplex than the Pumpkin
Yeah, I like beer.
Oktoberfest.
Night. Actually, we should all go one night.
Pretzels.
Yeah, I like pretzels too.
Go on a Friday night. They have German food at the Oktoberfest, and they also have like King Taco there. So
And Evergreen Memorial is going to be doing something.
Yeah, man, that's like the cool thing though. Is so many cemeteries are starting to get into having events, and you know, it's not necessarily. I've heard it lately as fewer people calling them cemeteries and being referred to as memorial parks, which is cool because I mean it kind of takes away that connotation of the creepiness of a cemetery and just puts it into perspective.
Mm-hmm.
But Evergreen Memorial here in Riverside, that's the one at the base of Mount Rubidoux. They're going to be doing some screenings of movies. I can't remember what off the top of my head. I know Little Shop of Horrors is one, and then I can't remember if it's Ghostbusters or something else. But that's cool, man, just to be able to hang out in the cemetery and watch a movie. Tickets are fairly cheap, like $10 or something like that.
Hey, speaking of Ghostbusters, have you guys seen the Star Wars thing that we did? They have a Ghostbusters one in Glendale.
oh really?
Yeah, the VR thing.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they have a
Interesting.
Ghostbusters one in Glendale, man. We should check it out.
That'd be cool.
I did the Star Wars one a couple of weeks ago after the Chalk Walk. It's still really
they
cool.
still have it going on over there.
Yeah, it's still really cool. There's still a lot of people doing it, so
It's
it
a little
wasn't
bit
like it
easier to
was
get
when we
tickets
first
now?
started. Yeah, I got them I still booked them the Thursday before for the group that I was with before with the Chalk Walk, but I think I could have walked up and got a time that day.
Was it a lot easier this time now that you knew what to do?
Yeah, to the point where I didn't do it. I let the other two in the group that I was with do it, and they had just as much trouble with the stupid Simon Says thing as I did. But I got a lot. I didn't know. I don't remember them telling us this, but we could have agreed to get all the to get our liability waiver and all that stuff, and they sent us. They sent you a picture of the stormtrooper, and it tells you your kill ratio and your percentage and all that. I was like,
Oh wow!
I don't remember getting this the first time.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I don't remember even getting asked for.
I got a lot of
crazy.
shots off because they were trying to figure out the Simon thing while I was shooting at everything.
You were killing everybody.
Yeah, I was killing everybody. It was pretty cool.
That's funny. I was trying to look up events even at Hollywood Forever. I couldn't find anything at Hollywood Forever.
That's
Really?
unusual because they usually do a movie once a month in the warmer months of the year,
Yeah,
and then they also used to have the Day of the Dead festival.
they do have the Day of the Dead, but I kind of pushed that off because it wasn't necessarily Halloween month,
Yeah.
October month. It was November, so I didn't really talk about that. And then Riverside is having its first Halloween fest this year.
In the cemetery, they got that creepy ass one over off of Mission.
No, this is just going to be a white park.
Oh.
The one off of Mission
I
is
feel like everything's at White Park.
Are you
Why's
sure
it
you're
gotta
not
be white
thinking
downtown?
Evergreen? Are you sure you're not thinking Evergreen? Because
the one at the base of Mount
Mission.
Rubidoux.
Is that where it is? It's
Yeah,
like a residential
that's-
neighborhood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Evergreen.
That's Evergreen.
Okay.
That's where they're doing the movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then I hear it's supposed to be really good to watch the fireworks from Mount Rubidoux in
Oh,
that
really?
park too.
Well, because we would kind of creep around there when we were in high school. Because we kind of stumbled across it.
Yeah.
We're like, this is a creepy ass cemetery.
Is that when you're going to that one crazy street?
Yeah, probably. That's all houses now. Anyway, that's a different story.
So that means that Colt's not there anymore?
Nah, it's all houses.
We'll save that story for October.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, real quick, I just wanted to drop something in. Have you guys been seeing the stuff with Weather Channel? And
You mean that whack ass green screen? Talking about that?
it's not. It wasn't green
The
screen.
one that
Or
looks
the
like,
lady who was like, "Ooh, it's
There was
working,"
a
or
couple. From what I've been told, there's a couple of these things. The video that I saw was the guy that was standing against the wind, and it was blowing, and he was trying to act like it was really blowing, pushing things around, and two guys are walking
whatever. Just
behind
walked
him.
across the screen. Yeah, I heard about that one.
I just saw it. Shorty showed it to me last night, and a few people have been sending me memes about it. It's just funny. I just thought it was unbelievable. These stupid the Weather Channel is trying to push some bullshit,
Fake news.
fake news all around.
They just
Damn.
want ratings, man. Hey, you know what today is?
What is today?
Today is the 40th anniversary of Up in Smoke.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You know,
Read
I
an
just saw
article
Cheech and
about-
Chong
I
are
read
going
an
to be.
I read an article about it on Yahoo this
Cheech
morning.
and Chong are going to be at Morongo. I just saw in November.
Dude, Cheech just had a fundraiser at the Riverside Convention Center. 'cause
Yeah.
It's got all that Chicano art going to the Riverside Met. That thing was like $150 a plate, man. Tieta performed. George Lopez was the MC. It was like this all big deal.
Wow.
It was a fundraiser. I know some people who were involved with that. It's a fundraiser for obviously the Chicano art and the Met and stuff, and they met
It's
their goal.
the Cheech Marine Museum of Latin American art, Chicano art, and
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah, but they met their goal. Like what it should have been 2 years worth of fundraising stuff is already met.
Oh yeah,
That's awesome.
yeah,
Wow.
it's been going crazy.
Yeah, because they had an auction too, and I guess George Lopez auctioned off a foursome, and he was throwing in some high-end dollars of bottles of tequila and stuff like that. Like,
No, what's really cool too is that Museum of Latin American Art in Long Beach, they have an exhibit on Chicano tattoos, and the guy who's done our tattoos, Espy, they had him exhibit there, or they talked
Yeah,
about
I
him. He did
saw
paint some
that.
stuff. That
Oh,
was
really?
awesome.
I saw
I
that.
didn't know
Yeah,
about that. When was that?
and his kids actually helped him put up the display.
Oh,
I
that
saw.
was beginning of September, I believe.
the
yeah.
school's trying to take a trip to Mola in a couple of weeks. They still go. I haven't
Yes.
gone in years because I don't teach that grade that we usually take.
And I was like, telling him, I go, dude, we got to have you talk on the podcast. So one of these days, Dan and I probably have to go down to the shop and
Yeah,
talk to him.
You know another thing that's pretty crazy?
What?
Fucking Long Beach Comic Con. Ain't that right?
dude, Long Beach Comic Con's
The
come a
pictures
long
that-
way in the last 10 years.
This guy in his segues.
Yeah, I like it. I like it.
The last 10
Rick
years.
was sending us some pretty awesome photos.
Oh heck yeah, man!
I was
It's
tripping out on all the stuff you were saying.
dude,
Thanks
it's
for
come
Rikishi's ass.
so far in the last 10 years. I mean, it's a pretty decent mid-sized con now.
Mhm.
Like they had so many people from Twin Peaks this year. Like Ray Weiss was there, and Ruby my daughter almost bumped into him. because she was oblivious to everything.
I never watched Twin Peaks. Never was really interested in it, but I know a lot of people are, and I know it's a big deal.
Well, you know what I'm talking about, Ray Wise, right? Older guy, man. Did you ever watch Reaper on CW?
No.
Didn't?
No.
He played.
I don't watch really
yeah,
podcasts and sports. That's really all I watch
Well, this
nowadays.
is good 10 years ago. He played the devil on a show too.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And so I'm telling Ruby, you don't fuck with the devil. So, but it was cool, man. They were there. They were talking about David Fincher, the whole thing there, and that was really cool. And then they had live pro wrestling this year.
I saw that was pretty
it was
rad.
Knox Pro Wrestling. It was the cheesiest little independent promotion, but they tout a relationship with the Samoan dynasty.
Okay.
So Rikishi is the big name, and then his son and his nephew are part of it, and then one of his other brothers, I want to say, is part of it as well. So they did it there, man. They were every 45 minutes, an hour, they would put together a match, or you could pay. I paid like $20 to get the picture with everybody.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
It was really cool. And then
Was Ming there?
no, he wasn't.
Is he part of the Samoan dynasty?
No.
Okay.
Because he's from Tonga.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
King Tonga.
But even with that, you could pay to you could pay and they would set up a ring entrance for you. So you'd walk up the stage and into the ring.
Oh,
and do all
that's
that
so
stuff.
cool.
So it was really cool. They had fun with that. Yeah, there was that. Ivy Doom Kitty, the cosplayer, was there. It's funny because we used to go see her all the time. And, we walked up and she's like, I remember you guys. So it was really
Stalker!
cool. No. I swear not. She stalks me then. She stalks me.
Does she follow you on Instagram now?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
And you're still the
But I
stalker.
don't like every single picture either.
Remembers your head.
Never mind my logic.
Bald head.
Nah, it's the
It's
foursome.
the kids.
When we see see all four of us as a unit, it's
It's
like
the kids.
yeah, you recognize a family.
That's like us. Is it, you guys are Dan and Dan.
Yeah.
So if you guys get a chance to go, they have them both they have Comic-Con in September, and they have Comic Expo in February. They're always worth it. You can always find a deal on Gold Star 2-3 months in advance, where it's like $40 for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Dan
So,
and
I
I
mean-
went to the first convention they had in Long Beach. Remember the Wizard World?
Wizard World.
That was tiny. It was like smaller than Frankenstein's.
Yeah, well, I heard that the rooms for this one, for the panels, are still really small.
Yeah, the panels are still really small, and it was interesting because they had a coin show going on at the convention center at the same time, and then I swear they had some sort of Mormon or Jehovah's Witness gathering because you'd go to the certain bathrooms and they wouldn't let you in,
Oh wow.
and they had their own people going in and spraying everything down and cleaning it down. It was people the group hired to come in and do it. So it was kind of a trip watching all these people in suits and ties, and you get the scantily clad cosplayers walking by next to them. And it's
Awesome.
it was
Butt cheeks
a
hanging out.
weird experience. It was a weird experience, but it was fun. But check it out, man, because the Comic-Con name may not be something they can use very often anymore.
No, they can't.
Oh, really?
That's trademark, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Just go back to WizardCon or something.
There is only one. Well, WizardCon was because it was Wizard Magazine.
WizardCon is still around now.
They'll come up with some
They're
But-
Wizard
catchy
Worlds, aren't they?
name.
Yeah, Wizard World, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll figure something
Yeah,
out.
but no, San Diego won the exclusive rights to the Comic-Con name.
Mhm.
So it was Salt Lake Comic-Con that was trying to make money off of the name and getting things and logos that look similar to it.
Sure.
So
You can't jack with someone's been doing it since the 70s.
exactly. So they lost the rights to that. So New York Comic-Con is the other big one that has the name Comic-Con. They're saying pretty soon that's probably going to have to change its name. So I wouldn't be surprised if it's Long Beach Comic Expo 2 times a year coming up soon.
Or a Long
Comic
Beach Comic Book Convention.
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
It's got to be a change in names.
You have to adjust it.
Comic-Con is
Little
very
bit.
specific to San Diego because it's still the biggest one.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just say I'm going to Comic-Con. Everybody knows you're going to San Diego.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
It's-
even when Sheldon Cooper says it, everybody knows talking about San
Yeah,
Diego.
it's just going to be a change something new, something different that we've never seen before. Kind of like having alcohol at Disneyland.
I can't wait for that. Even though I
That's-
hardly ever go to Disneyland.
That's the rumor, man.
That's going to give you a good reason to go. Who's not going to want to drink beer in a Star Wars cantina?
themed cantina.
Especially when they have a pop-up. That's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
Only if I can get some death sticks.
Hold on,
too.
this has been. I'm not going to speak to it too much. This has been huge in the Disney community. Some people are just like, "Oh my God, beer at Disneyland! We already have it at DCA." And
Yeah, get over yourselves.
It is explicitly stated that it is only in the cantina and it cannot leave the cantina. So you're not going to have people walking around Disneyland with beer.
No.
Can't get a straw anyway. So
And you know what? They've had alcohol at Disneyland
It's
for
just
private
been
events
exclusive and private
and for
events.
Club Tour 33.
They got everything at Disneyland. You just got to look in the right place.
Exactly.
I know a guy,
Magic Shop.
oh, Michael. You can get some of
There was a
that-
guy
that-
one
that
time I
funny
went
cigarettes.
with that was telling people they could go get heroin at the magic
I wonder
shop.
who that was.
Hey, I know a guy that'll hand you straws. I kid you not. That's his nickname. We call him Straws. What's up?
What he
What's
does,
up,
like,
Anthony?
just goes by so much
No,
straws?
this dude is like weird. He literally has a pocket full of straws, and then he stays until the park closes, and then if he obviously engages people, but if he sees somebody needs a straw, he has a pocket full of straws. I'm not even kidding.
Wow.
Is that a straw in your
I've
pocket?
seen
You're
him.
just happy to see me.
For real, dude. I've seen it. I saw him on the bus, and he was saying some stuff to some people, and I'm like, I know you're wrong, but I'm not going to get into it. And then I was talking to Diggs, and he was talking about this guy named Straws, and then we saw him. Diggs and I had closed on the park one night, and we're like, that's Straws. I'm like, oh, dude, I ran into that. Like, I almost got in an argument with him on the bus. Yeah, sure enough, he had a pocket full of straws.
Pocket
So they
full of
don't,
straws.
they don't
I've
have
had- I've
straws
had-
anymore at Disneyland?
Yeah,
Oh,
they do.
no.
Okay.
Well, they do and they don't. They're gonna go to paper straws. Is what they're gonna do. The plan is to get rid of paper straws, or to get rid of plastic straws, go to paper straws, and they're trying to eliminate lids. at
That's
the
a
same time.
California thing in general, though.
It's not a big deal, dude.
Yeah.
San Diego, SeaWorld has been doing that, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
a bunch of people do that. It's not even.
The thing is, I kind of avoid straws to begin with unless I'm drinking the beverage in my car.
Yeah, exactly. If I'm in a restaurant, I won't use a straw. That doesn't bother me.
yeah, people kind of freak out, but it's like it's no big deal.
But a pocket full of straws. I've had pockets full of sweet.
Well,
before.
would you want a pocket full? Like this guy's had him in there. You know how straws get when you leave them out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I don't want that shit. Blood, sweat, swamp ass, pass.
Are they the paper wrapping or the plastic wrapping?
So the paper wrap one, like it looks like he took a bunch of straws from there and put them in his pocket.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord. He probably went to
Don't knock
McDonald's
that,
on the
dude.
way.
I do that with Sweet Loaves, so I don't have to buy it.
See that with Tapatio, and they had the little pack too. Remember?
Yeah, I do that too.
That's funny.
I call it going
Actually,
shopping.
I still do that. We collect at work. We collect the extra ketchups and leave them there in case we need it. I got a little container.
I remember my grandma. Grandma would do that for years.
Wait, hold on, ketchup packet.
Had all the ketchup packets.
Does it get as bad as my parents who actually took those and when the ketchup bottle was low, actually opened them and squeezed them all into the ketchup bottle?
No.
Remember that, Rick?
I do remember that very vividly.
Until they could buy the new ketchup.
Yeah, that's how you know you're Mexican.
Staying
I
with
forgot
that,
about that one, dude. I gotta bring that up. That's how you know you're Mexican.
staying with the that Star Wars thing, that Star Wars subject. You guys gonna watch Resistance?
Yes.
I'll watch it. The animation style, like I said in the last podcast, doesn't excite me, the style of the animation, but I'll watch it for the story.
I saw an article and I just kind of breezed through it, but they were saying that Resistance is going to be more geared towards pilots of the fleet, not so much on the Jedi.
Yeah.
So
I think everything is kind of going away from the Jedi. If you pay
Smart.
attention. Because this is it. Like episode 9 is like that's the last of the for sure the Skywalker saga. So it's like kind of time to move on. They'll always be tied to it, but I mean even in the books, like look at what's the name of the squadron, Rick? What's the
Rogue
name of it?
Squadron.
Yeah, Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron had their own series of books that were popular.
They even had a
sold.
comic book series.
Wedge Antilles, yeah, like just moved on, so that's fine. I'll end up watching it. It's interesting to see what people are gonna say because we talked about this before, how it's geared for kids. So
they're going to find something to bitch about anyway.
You know what?
I mean, we watched the Clone Wars. Remember, we were talking about that hut and like
Zero the Hutt?
No. Dan and I don't know why. I specifically mentioned Dan doing this because I actually saw Clone Wars with him, the animated movie.
Yeah.
Count Dooku, remember?
Yeah.
Zero that. About, I don't know about you doing Count Dooku. I haven't watched that since it came out.
That's the one thing I don't own.
What, the movie?
The
The
Clone
I don't
Wars,
have all the seasons.
No, Clone Wars, the
actual movie.
The actual movie.
Oh, the actual movie?
You're not missing anything.
yeah, I have matter of fact, I have Clone Wars season 1 on Blu-ray. I never bought the
I think
rest.
I saw on the last day it was out in theaters because I was the only one in the theater when Clone Wars the movie came out. And the weirdest thing was seeing the Warner Brothers logo pop up. I'm just like, what?
well, it wasn't packed when we were there, but we went during the day too.
I saw the Warner Brothers logo pop up. I'm like, what the heck is this?
I have the original Clone Wars, seasons 1 and 2. The Jenny Tatarsky or whatever it was. Those were cool.
Yeah, I had the short ones that were like.
yeah, the shorts. They were
Yeah,
no
I had
longer
those
5
too
minutes.
somewhere.
Well, the ones that didn't have any, there was no voices.
Yeah,
It
for
was
the
just
most
action.
part, it was just action.
Yeah.
Those were really cool.
It was the first and only time we've seen Obi-Wan as armor.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he wasn't in the films with armor. That'd have been cool.
That'd been pretty badass. So Halloween. Anybody gonna go see the new Halloween movie?
Yes, and
Did you already see the trailer?
I haven't seen the second trailer.
trailers? It gives more of like the teaser trailer. You know how this is more like a segment from the film.
Uh-huh.
Really good. I liked it. I mean, I'm all in with Halloween with this new one.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna go see it.
I'm gonna go
anyways.
see it anyway. I've seen the first two. I haven't seen too many of the other ones. It just doesn't appeal to me. Like I remember Halloween H2O or Halloween 4. I was like, I'm done with it. But like this one, it looks like they really put some time and effort into like carry on the legacy of Michael Myers and the first films and the original films.
H2O was good. It wasn't that bad.
Jamie Lee Curtis was in that one still. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that was a 20-year anniversary, so that's why it was the.
I like that song when
God.
they said, "Don't forget your roots."
Yeah.
Oh wait, that's the band H2O.
Yeah.
Zing.
You're drinking water.
You guys listen to any new music lately?
The new Alkaline Trio album came out. Have you listened to that yet?
Shazam! Fuck yeah, I have. I listen to that album at least once a day.
I was gonna say I've listened to it like
Yeah.
one time.
Did you not like it?
You know what? I liked it, but I'm not gonna lie. I think they kind of peaked at Good Morning. Like everything else has been good since then, but
Yeah.
I think Good Morning was like the height of their quality. I did like that song. What's the name of it?
Let me
I
pull
can't
'em up.
believe. I can't believe. I seriously, as I listened to that the first couple of times, I think it's about Anthony Bourdain.
It's possible.
I think it is, man, because it talks. I can't believe.
I can see how Matt Skiba would be into that.
They were supposedly pretty good friends.
Oh
Yeah.
wow!
Like the chorus says something like he's no longer breathing, but he's singing along.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe that you dreamed this was for the best. Little things like that, just those little idiosyncrasies. And you're like, hey, is this about Anthony Bourdain?
You know what? That's a really quick turnaround, though. But I mean, it is
But
possible.
But they recorded it fairly quick
Okay.
because he was doing Matt Skiba was doing the residency with Blink-182, and then it was right away. Hey, this new album's coming out pretty soon.
Wait, that didn't happen. The residency for Blink-182 didn't happen.
Just the end of it, right?
I don't know if the whole thing happened.
I thought
the
it
residency
started because it
was-
started in June,
Um,
and I know Travis didn't get hurt until a little bit later, right?
I don't know, maybe.
So I don't think it all happened, but I think some of it did, or maybe that's why he had time to record it because he wasn't doing the
That's
residency.
kind of what I was thinking. I'm thinking like, well, this isn't going to happen because Travis got hurt.
Yeah.
But he's still not better. Actually, they're saying he's not making much progress.
Wow.
That progress is not coming along like it
That
should.
guy has the worst luck.
Yeah, he does, man. From that plane crash to whatever.
I really liked "Is This Thing Cursed?" Blackbird.
Blackbird's a
was
good
a
song
really
too,
good
yeah.
song too. I keep catching myself like going back and just listening to it over
Yeah.
and over. I really like that they did the music videos leading up to it. Those little lyric videos.
Oh yeah. That's the thing now is to do those little
It's
videos.
smart.
It's cool.
Everybody's streaming now. Everyone's streaming nowadays.
Yeah.
So I mean, you might as well. I've always said it. Even back to the Dead Boy days. You put your music out and let the tours and let everything else kind of let the merch sell it. Let the merch make you money and
Right.
your tours and everything else.
DIY way.
So
You know what I'm surprised about too, and I know you guys were never big fans, but the Get Up Kids released an EP.
I listened to it. Didn't like it.
Really?
I fucking never really liked the Get Up Kids anyways.
Yeah, I could see that.
I only liked
Boom.
only like the first album and I only liked like 2 songs. off that
We saw
album.
him with Weezer, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I liked it. It was towards the end. I wasn't a huge fan, but these songs were better than stuff they put out with the last couple albums before they separated and came back together. Right now, it's really raw compared to what they were doing before, and it's less electronic. They have less of the synth to it. So
What kind of music was it to begin with? I know the name, but
it was very Weezer-esque.
Oh, really?
Kind of that indie rock with a little bit of synth, emo core, basically, but poppy, whatever.
How
Yeah.
crazy is it that everybody likes to talk about Africa? Weezer, that's like a thing right now.
You
They
talking about the
cover- they
Weezer
cover-
song?
Yeah, they covered Toto, and it's like,
Yeah,
They're like being like somebody said like they could stop making music and just be like a cover band.
But you know what? I'm not a big fan of the song Africa to begin with.
I don't know.
So I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of Toto.
Like,
it's good
to begin
It's
with.
good, but it's
I mean,
not
I go,
great.
it sounds cool, but I don't see like any like Weezer S to it.
Yeah.
It's just like a straight cover.
Yeah.
Did anybody listen to the Weird Al Yankovic version? He like plays with him on that song or something.
You know, I haven't heard it yet, but there was supposed to be Toto was supposed to be doing a cover of Hash Pipe.
Oh.
Yeah, I did hear that.
I haven't heard that yet.
Oh,
So-
really? How did that sound?
Well, I don't know. They're supposed to be doing it. I don't think anybody's heard it yet.
Ah,
But
gotcha.
check this out. I was flipping through the radio stations the other day when I was driving, and I heard the Africa, and I was like, man, I don't fucking even like Toto. I'll just keep going. And then I realized it was like K-Rock, and I was like, oh, that's Weezer. So I was like, well, I'll listen to this just to see how this kind of sounds the whole way through. And I was like, sounds a lot like Toto.
It really
Like-
does. It really
like
does.
a lot like Toto. So I was just kind of like, whatever.
So is Rivers Cuomo going to stop the rains?
He
Down in
blessed the
Africa?
rains.
Yeah, bless the rains down in
That's
Africa.
down in Africa. Hey, a couple of things of note. Number one, did you see that the original Misfits announced another show
Yeah, it'll be in
Chicago?
Chicago.
in Chicago? Yeah, did you see who's not listed on that flyer? Dola's not listed on that flyer.
Ooh.
It says original members Glenn Danzig and Jerry Only. You know, the other ones
And that's it.
listed in special guest Dola Wolfgang von Frankenstein. This one does not. Now that doesn't mean anything necessarily. It could just be that he's got something already going with his own band, which is why he's not doing that.
You know, Doyle is on tour, isn't he? I thought he was going on tour.
Doyle's
He's
always
always
on
on tour.
But okay, here's the speculation though, because on his Instagram account, like not that long ago, he
I was going to mention that.
yeah he has a Misfits tattoo on his finger that he was getting lasered off, but it's a shitty tattoo. So some people were like, "What does this mean?" And because he said finally getting this taken care of, this bullshit, like whatever. And so people speculated like, "Oh my God, he's not in the Misfits," and then people were like, "That's a shit tattoo." Like
Yeah.
he has
It needs
before
to
talking
go.
about like this is a shitty tattoo. It needs to go, and then this happened, so it just adds fuel to the fire. So well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, you advertise the original Misfits; those are the original Misfits. I don't know. It wouldn't surprise me to just be like, you know what, he already had something scheduled, so
Mr.
Yeah,
Jim
yeah.
gonna play guitar?
right.
The original.
That's
No,
Frankie
whatchamacallit? Who's the one that can't, from the Undead?
Bobby Steele.
Bobby Steele.
Yeah,
Someone just talked to me about Bobby Steele the other
they
day.
get along. They
Yeah.
get along. It's just they're like doing business together is not going to happen.
Where's that
And-
going to be again?
Chicago.
Now, you know there's two bands called the Undead?
United Center.
Yeah.
There's three. There's a Hollywood Undead.
No, well,
There's Bobby Steele's Undead.
Yeah,
And then there's another one called
From-
Sid Terror's Undead.
no, there's an undead from Europe too.
There's also Great White and Jack Russell's Great White. And what does this matter?
No, I remember one time there was like a lawsuit over this stuff. And like,
There's
Jello
a
Biafra said
a
like,
flag and a black flag. And
Yeah. There was a Blink. That's why there's a Blink 182.
yeah.
If it's kind of overseas from a different country, your copyright laws just kind of they don't do anything. Well,
Yeah,
look at
so-
him, right? Him too.
Yeah.
That they had an issue with that too. Him would be known as her over here because him was taken by somebody else. But
and there's also like him and her too.
yeah, that's kind of whack too.
Yeah, some weird bullshit.
So coming up like in 2 weeks, I got a big weekend in a couple of weeks here. I'm actually gonna go see taking the daughter.
going to
go
Home Depot.
see- Yeah, I'm gonna have a big weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna have time to do anything else. for Home Depot.
Bed Bath and Beyond after.
Yeah, Bed Bath.
That was my Friday, so don't.
Gonna go see. We're gonna go see Fall Out Boy, and then opening is Machine Gun Kelly, who's got a lot of press lately. Have you heard about what's going on with Machine
No,
Gun
I
Kelly?
haven't.
Okay,
I've
so
heard bits and pieces
okay.
about this.
just real quick because we got time. He put out a diss track that disses Eminem because Eminem just put out an album.
That looks a lot like the Beastie Boys album. The first
Yeah.
Beastie Boys,
Yeah.
License to Ill.
But anyway, he put out a new album, and in this album, he disses Machine Gun Kelly. Because Machine Gun Kelly, a few years ago, had said something about his daughter, like his daughter's hot. So he put out a diss towards Machine Gun Kelly, so Machine Gun Kelly answered back. People are saying, like, wow, Machine Gun Kelly's stuff is, like, it's hotter than what Eminem put out. It's, like, it's better. So there's a little beef between those two guys. So we'll see. Hey, when did Kevin Owens, you don't watch Raw, when did Kevin Owens put Machine Gun Kelly through a table? I saw a clip not that long ago.
I have no
Yeah, I
idea.
gotta
It was for a
figure out
music
what
video, wasn't it?
Was it?
I thought there was something
I don't
involving
know.
some wrestlers.
I was just
that
gonna
was
ask
a
you, like,
music
who doesn't
video.
have beef with Eminem?
Nobody now. He kind of calmed down. Most of his beef's been settled with a bunch of different people. He's been silent for so long.
What about with the Juggalos? He's still mad at them.
No, they got no beef anymore. They'll start out saying, "No, we closed
Juggalos.
stuff. Yeah, we closed stuff down."
So is he gonna be at the next gathering of the Juggalos?
Probably not. But the day after that, I get to go see Rise Against, AFI, and Anti-Flag. So that's what I'm waiting for.
Where's that at?
Irvine 5 Points, whatever it's called.
Well, it used to be like the Irvine Meadows type
Yeah,
thing.
what used to
It's
be
an outdoor arena?
Yeah, I believe it is.
It's not
So-
the same
Maybe it's
facility.
indoors. No, I don't know. All I know is I have general admission pit tickets.
So would you say you're all in?
All in.
You thought I was the king of segues.
Yes.
So did anybody actually see the pay-per-view? Did you watch it? I know you
I watched
it
it live. Yeah.
How
So,
was it?
I watched the replay.
It was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I watched a replay of 2 matches on my computer.
I was
YouTube.
having some stream issues at first, but once they settled in, it was a good pay-per-view, man. It was definitely NXT quality at least, at very minimum.
Dude. Honestly, as we're watching Hell in a Cell in the background, it trumps any pay-per-view I've seen by them all year.
Yeah.
It was
Oh,
that,
yeah.
It was
Yeah.
that much
I just
better.
watched the Cody Rhodes and the Kenny Omega matches. They were both great, fantastic matches, and they're
Dude,
doing
that-
as good as of any other company in the
that
Battle
Cody
Royal.
Rhodes match was classic, man. It was you knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
You knew he was gonna win the title, but
real quick, did you guys happen to see Diamond Dallas Page was on Rogan's podcast?
No.
No,
was
I
The reason-
saw it, but I haven't watched
I bring
it.
it up because he actually talks about Cody Rhodes. He talks about All In on the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
no, I
cool.
saw that. He said, like, yeah, I called Cody because I was friends with him and his dad. His dad was like a
He was
really
there.
He's known
good
Cody since he
mentor
was
of
like
mine.
18
Yeah.
years
Yeah,
old.
he was
yeah,
actually he was
the
at the event
entourages for
Yeah.
for Cody and
Yeah, that's right.
and Nick Aldis were really
because
big,
everybody
man.
was really happy for Cody Rhodes that he won the belt. There's actually a picture of his dad wearing the belt, and then there's a picture right next to him of Cody Rhodes wearing the belt.
Do you know who owns the NWA?
Billy Corgan.
Billy Corgan.
Yeah.
Do you know it's not? It doesn't have like its own TV show or anything like that.
No,
It's all YouTube.
Huh?
It's all YouTube.
But
and
it's like
streaming.
YouTube little documentaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That follow the champion as he goes across the country, like defending the belt in different organizations. It's
Yeah,
kind of
they
it's a cool concept.
they've defended a few times over at Champion Wrestling from
He's
Hollywood.
gonna do. Yeah. He's gonna do it again. Actually,
He was
I was sure I had to go
there
see it.
today.
Oh, was it today?
He was
today?
there. They had a taping today. He was there today. But no, the next defense is the rematch. That's in Tennessee for their 70th anniversary show. That was a good match. The like you said, the Kenny Omega Pentagon Junior match was great.
Jericho.
The
I didn't see that
Jericho
one.
entry was fantastic.
Did you see Jericho at the end?
Dude, the women's 4-way was
That was a good match.
yeah. I think that was pretty close to stealing the damn show.
The Battle Royal was good.
Diamond Dallas Page was saying that specifically for that thing with Chris Jericho,
Yeah.
it all literally happened boom, boom,
Yeah,
boom, because
okay.
he's on tour right now with Fozzy.
Yeah, Jericho
he
talked
actually
about
left and went and did his show in the Pentagon Junior makeup.
Oh, that's so
Wow.
rad.
So he stayed in it.
You guys got to listen to his podcast because he tells the story. Like he had been asked, "Hey, do you want to do the show in Long Beach?" And he was like, "No." Do you want to do the show in San Francisco? Nah. He's like, "Do you want to do All In?" And initially told him, "No, I don't feel the desire to do it." Then they came to him and said, "We've got this thing. We want you to attack Kota Ibushi." And he was like, "No, it's not leading to anything." And he's like, "What about doing a run-in on Kenny Omega?" And he's like, talk to me. What do you got like planned then? Because there's already at least history there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said that they came up with the idea to kind of promote the Jericho Cruise going on, and that the whole idea came that he would be in the ring dressed like Pentagon and do this. So he flew in from where he was at, which was a couple of hours. It was a rainstorm. They had asked Pentagon, "Can you bring another costume so you could wear it?" They get there and they realize this is not the same costume. He brought one that was like, he wore black and gold. It was like red and something else.
Okay.
And so they were like, how's this
not
going to
gonna
work?
work.
But you don't think about it, like as a wrestler, you probably don't have two of the same outfit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, what do? They had to go rush and buy spray paint and gold paint to make it look like that. If you actually look at the pictures, you'd be like, dude, yeah, it's painted. It's not actually the colors of the whole thing.
That's
And
funny.
then, yeah. And then going there, because they flew in the airport, like, they were watching for people, and would see people in Young Bucks shirts and be like, oh, dude, we have to like avoid these people to keep kayfabe at the time.
Mhm.
And they got spotted. Matter of fact, today, Jericho released the pictures that guy posted. Because they got the guy to, come on, dude, delete those pictures. Like, we're trying to keep this thing a secret. And the guy agreed to do it.
Yeah.
So he did. But today, they were actually posted because
Oh,
everybody
yeah.
actually
Yeah,
posted.
everybody
So
knows
Jericho
about the
reposted
facts.
them. And he's like, these are the pictures of me in the airport with, you know who's his roadie and his guy? Is Jack Slade, Chris Slade from AC/DC, the
Okay.
drummer. It's his son that's like Jericho's roadie.
Oh, wow.
Like one of his best friends. So it was him that went out and got the spray paint and got markers and made everything kind of happen. So yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, he laid in the ring like it happened. Then he gave him the code brick, and everybody was like, "No!" And then he pulls off his mask, and sure enough, here's Jericho.
Dude, it was a fast switch. the switch seemed
when
fast.
you watch it, I don't think so, because the lights were out for kind of a while, and he talks about like he was at position, and then he ran down, and he's like, I was bumping into people on the way down. I shoved people down on the way to the ring to go get in there, and then I realized I got in the ring, and it's obviously in the dark, and I realized I'm standing next to Kenny Omega, and he's like, crap, I gotta go across the other side of the ring and go lay down. And he's like, so
I enjoyed it. It was
I think
it was
took
a
a little
good
bit
switch.
longer than you think, but yeah, it was good. It was a good
Live,
switch.
dude, it did not come off that way.
Okay.
To be honest, it didn't come off that way. But so you didn't get to see the
No, I just watched those 2 matches.
go back and watch Hangman Page versus Joey Janela.
Yeah.
That was a fantastic match. Joey Janela, I've heard of a few times. I've only seen him like once before then. He's the damn future. He's amazing.
He's a nut though. He's the next Jeff Hardy.
Yeah.
And I thought it was just cool that they're bringing a big name back to the NWA title. The NWA
yeah,
title
hands
hasn't
down.
had like been prestigious for years.
Nick Aldis is a big name, but yeah, I mean everybody knows Cody.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was watching something. Do you know that the WWE or WWF and or WWE has never had an NWA champion before? Back in the old days, and back in the territory days, they never had a champion from their federation.
Oh, I could see that.
Okay.
Just because of the way the
Yeah,
other
I mean the last 20 years when it was like a big name was always Crockett Promotions.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, go back and watch that match because then the end spot to that, you saw the end spot with Joey Ryan.
Yeah.
That was so funny.
You know what wasn't a good match? The Angel game I went to the other day. It's not good.
So what is their elimination number? Oh yeah, they've been eliminated, right?
Yeah. So we went. We always go. We took the train like we always do. The train wasn't. Shut up. You're trying to get me to mute me. No, I got a good story. Train wasn't packed like it usually is to go to Angel games because apparently no one's going because they just are struggling this season. I did find it interesting. We'd bring up something from the last podcast we talked about. You know how they show the cam in between innings and stuff when there's like downtime. They showed people intentionally it was obviously intentionally pro social signs. I thought that was kind of neat or different actually. Like people are like, oh, we support you, social. Like, oh, see, I told you it's getting outcry's getting bigger for them to change. But that's not the story. We got there. The other thing, I got a duck call, Dan, as the giveaway.
Really?
I got a duck call. So
Oh, that's cool.
I'm taking that shit to class. Anytime somebody says something stupid, I'm hitting that bad boy. But
You should bring that for the podcast.
yeah, so we're always out on the trout farm is where we sit. So Trout after the inning's over, after they warm up, he throws the ball into the crowd. So I mean the guy's got an arm. It gets up there. People go up to the wall in center field to try to catch a ball that he throws on and stuff. And I didn't do that. A couple times the ball came within like 5-6 rows of us in front of us because we were like in row M. Great seats, but didn't think anything of it. All of a sudden, people started to leave the game as they do because it was 5-0 was the final score. But we're taking the train, so I don't have any choice. Like we got to stay for the game because the train doesn't leave until half an hour after the game ends. So the last inning, before the ninth inning, before they're up in the ninth inning, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go down to the wall because there's hardly anybody here. He's gonna throw it up. He's been doing it all night. Let me see what goes on here. He takes the ball. He throws it. I'm kind of like, oh man, it's kind of like in my direction where I'm standing. I kind of scoot over a little bit. I realize this ball's going to go over my head. I turn around to where the ball lands. It was where I was sitting, where my seat was. 2 rows in front of us where no one was sitting anymore. Had I not left my seat, all I would have had to do was put my hands out, and I would have caught the ball.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
But instead, one of the kids that we took actually got the ball.
Oh, well, that's cool. At least
Yeah.
somebody from your party got it.
Yeah, I offered him $10. My ball's worth about $10. You want to that's what they cost, probably more.
Ever tell you that time I went to Sri Lanka, formerly Ceylon,
No.
and I had to find 5,000 light brown M&Ms to fill a brandy glass, or Ozzy wouldn't go on stage that night? So we find this little sweet shop. We open the door. Right inside is a great big Bengal tiger.
What brought that on?
I don't know, just
So anyway, baseball season's coming to a close. We're about to hit that time that we start to see the playoffs and the wild card games. So we'll see how it works out.
it's going to be
Our
a fight for
our
every SoCal
season's
team.
over.
Yeah,
It's
the
not even
Dodgers, their elimination number is 15, and we probably got like 16 games left in the year.
Yeah. It'll
Hold
be
on,
right
the
at the
MVP
edge.
though. MVP.
I don't know.
Ohtani's name's in there, man.
It is.
Despite their losing record, Ohtani's name is in there. He hit records this year. He hasn't done anything since Babe Ruth has done with innings pitched and the number of home runs. No one since Babe Ruth has done that. There's strong call for possibly Ohtani to be, MVP. Then you got that other guy too. You know what I'm talking about?
Kirsch?
What?
No, not Kirsch. He has a fair season. Machado? No.
Yeah.
And then we've had Puig. Puig's been on fire last 5
he
games.
has been really good. He had that 3 home run game.
Yeah.
That was nice.
That part should be interesting. It would be interesting to see. But, with the end of baseball season, we also have the beginning of
Football season.
That's right. Yeah.
The Adam win is a pirate.
Beachy Raiders.
1 point.
I seem to recall getting a text last week, "Go Raiders!" that went in at halftime and then fuck it all in the end, by the way.
Yeah, which was funny because I was watching till about halftime.
That's the time I went
and
to
then I'm
radio
like,
station.
okay, I need to go to bed.
Wake up to that
What
score?
I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell
Yeah.
happened?
I wish I could tell you what happened. They just look like they're season defeat out of the hands of victory.
I mean, I know it's the old motto, but it's commitment to mediocrity at this point.
Man. And I can't even blame Mal Davis anymore. Hey, did you hear what happened today, though?
What?
Vontae Davis from the Bills,
Fucking retired.
he walked off the – we didn't walk off the field. They went to halftime, and he never came back. He said he was done. He excused himself from the game and walked out. And so they were asking people on the field, like, "What? Why is he not here?" Now, he just got signed. He had a 1-season deal this year with the Bills, and apparently now walked out. So at first they weren't sure, like, did he retire, like, right now, or did he just walk out of this particular game? Because they were playing horribly.
Uh-huh.
They've been playing. The Bills have not been playing well this season. They're looking at. Still, everybody feels sympathy for the Browns. Hey, Mike. But the Bills are looking, pretty bad this season. But he straight just walked, and then after the game, did release a statement that he retired. So it was like, well, who does that? Usually, it's like, okay, if your player retires, it's usually Monday, on the off season, but the middle of the game.
Or you like, this is your final tour, and
Yeah, you get that a lot. You get people like, I'm done. Like I'm beat up enough that I think I'm not going to finish the season. That happens sometimes.
or sometimes you have
More
guys
so off season.
they'll do like a 1-day contract so they can retire the team that they started with or they spend the most time with.
Yeah, exactly. We see that, and then that following Monday, we just so and so is officially retired.
Yeah.
I can't think of anybody that's done that, but I know it's happened. But man, that's crazy to see that they just walked out.
Yeah, that's nuts. I've never heard of a player that's going into halftime after their team's getting their ass handed to him. Just walk out.
I mean, he's not there to, stand and fight for his team like.
He's been in the league for a while. He was drafted in 2009 as a first rounder for the Miami Dolphins.
With my
25th round
segue.
pick.
Okay.
Hey, so he's just getting his
Sorry,
No worries.
but yeah, that's
he's just getting his pension is what he's doing now.
yeah.
That NFL pension, I think it's like what, $500,000 a year now. If you have to play,
I
put
don't know,
5 years.
Ask Joe Namath because he doesn't receive it.
What? He doesn't? Why? Oh, because it was
They didn't
AFL?
have it in those
This
days.
is before.
That was way before all
No,
that
but because
stuff happened.
OJ gets it
Yeah, but Joe Namath was before that.
about the same time.
No, is OJ Simpson that old?
Yeah.
Like, he's taken care of anyway. He gets free meals, 1 hour in the yard.
No, he's been out.
OJ?
He's out.
Oh, is he out?
He got out last year.
Oh,
When did
he?
O.J. Simpson play in the NFL?
He returned to society, a reformed man? Yeah. No one wanted to hear Rick anyway.
Buffalo Bills or San Francisco 49ers.
Just put what years was OJ active as a professional player?
I mean, he played up until the 70s. I
What year
believe.
was O.J.
70s
Simpson
and 80s.
active in the NFL?
Now, all I know is he fell down the stairs a lot when he was in that wheelchair in that one movie.
Stats for O.J. Simpson from the 1979
You know what I'm talking about?
NFL season.
The Naked Gun, fool.
Oh, yes.
He's 71.
Is he really?
Yeah.
How was Joe Namath?
I'll look that up in a second here. Let me finish. see if I can get
79?
this.
Is that when? No, he didn't start in 79.
That's when the year he ended.
Simpson was drafted in 69.
Wow.
Really?
O.J. Simpson played for the 49ers? I did not know that.
Yeah, the last year of his season.
Yeah.
It's that old.
Joey Jojo Jr.
Yeah, the
Shabba-doo.
Bills is 1969.
Oh, really? Oh.
That was.
Well, do they retro those guys? Because they
What
fought
year
for
did
that.
Joe
Because when they
Namath
were
play
playing, they
in the
didn't receive
NFL?
that stuff. I know that for a fact because I used to work with a former NFL player
Here's
for the
what's coming up
Patriots.
in the NFL.
Joe
That's a
Namath is
coach.
75.
God damn you, Surrey.
Yeah, Joe Namath 75, and He started in 65.
That's why all those fools were hawking all that crap on midday TV.
Yeah.
Because they weren't receiving pension.
It used to be a long time ago. You had to have a second job if you were an NFL player.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I know a guy who really is a PE coach, or he retired now. The PE coach after he played a few years of professional football for the Patriots because they don't receive any kind of pension. Or they weren't when he was playing.
Chris Mortensen.
Which was, yeah,
I'm
probably
sorry.
about that. It was probably about the early 70s.
Chris Mortensen on Twitter wrote, "Word is Vontae Davis put on his street clothes at the half.
Yeah.
Said he was quitting and left the stadium."
That's what I'm saying. He drove off,
He
dude.
straight up left the stadium.
Yeah, he straight up didn't even stay to finish the game. Like, take your ball and go home.
Wait, but he plays for the Bills. How did he get out of there? Uber?
I guess. I don't know.
He Uber out of there? Because they take a team bus, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that. Where were they playing?
Yeah,
I
they're playing
only
in
heard about-
L.A.
Oh, yeah, because they put the Chargers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
He's like, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Yeah.
Unless it was, Buffalo at home.
I don't know. I didn't look at that, but I did know they were playing the Chargers. It doesn't matter. Point
yeah,
is,
it doesn't
I
matter.
took a shower, got dressed, and said,
The
I'm
Chargers
out.
playing at Carson Stadium?
Peace. Carson Stadium, is that what they call it?
No, it's Home Depot Center. Or no,
StubHub? I don't know.
StubHub Center.
StubHub, yeah.
It's great for a soccer game, but for a football game, it's tiny.
Soccer game, that's what a bunch of Mexicans watch.
No, it was at home.
Or was it?
Yeah, it was at home.
Okay, then he got out of there. Ruined my segue again, Dan.
Sorry.
I was going to say soccer game, that's what a bunch of Mexicans watch. You know what else a bunch of Mexicans watch?
What a bunch of Mexicans
The
watch.
Canelo Triple G fight.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. So did this guy.
And we have 4 Mexicans sitting in here, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I tried to get to Disneyland to avoid the crowd, thinking nobody would be watching the fight, but no.
Nope. Sadly
What kind of
mistaken.
Mexican
Still
are you,
packed.
Well, I'm one that doesn't care about boxing anymore because it's boring.
But
Both those-
tells all his kids, you know you're Mexican when.
Yeah, seriously. But anyway,
That's called double standard.
hold on. Didn't both those fools promise somebody was gonna? They were gonna leave it to the judges.
Dude, okay.
Both those fools promised they weren't gonna leave that fight to the judges, and what
Yeah.
happened?
They
But you know
couldn't
what?
They
They
connect.
got a
both-
split decision.
They both put it out there.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
hear that. I did hear
That fight was freaking awesome.
I
It
did hear
started good for Triple G. Then his problem, he let off the gas too early in the fight. Canelo
I
started
heard
to
Canelo
come
came
back,
at him a little
but
bit.
he came at him hard.
Yeah.
Probably gave him a better score than maybe keeping it close. And then that kind of edged him ahead. And
See,
he
but
kinda
I
just
thought
rode it.
that stumble in the 12th was going to seal it for Triple G.
So did I. That's
That's
what
what I
everybody else
thought.
thought. But what it seems like was the earlier rounds may have been scored so well for Canelo that was just enough to kind of keep him ahead. And even though Triple G did come back because he tore up Canelo in the later rounds, we don't think it was enough.
I must have read like 3 or 4 different articles about the fight, just try to figure out kind of what had happened. Because I'll probably watch it eventually on YouTube or something. But
Be on HBO in a month.
yeah, seriously. And kind of had heard that the judges scored it like that, but like other people at ringside who scored it the other way around.
For Triple G?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of had I thought at best it was going to be another draw.
Right.
If Canelo won, it was going to be by a very slight margin, and
See-
it almost kind of seems like that's what it was.
Right. But I did hear that it was very narrow. The margin was very narrow, and it was split, which actually means there's some doubt as to what was going on there because it was a split decision instead of just a unanimous decision
Right.
for a winner. But
Well, okay.
I don't know.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on. When they announced the card, when they announced the judges scoring, the very first score that they called was a tie. It was a draw.
was it a draw?
That's why
14-1,
everyone was like,
14.
"Oh,
here we
what
go
the
again."
hell?"
Yeah.
And then they called. Then the other two called it for Canelo.
But
So,
again, it was a 1-point fight.
yeah,
So there will be a third fight.
Oh, there's going to be a third fight.
he already
because
said that he would.
Yeah,
He would be
hands
willing
down.
to do a third
boxers
fight.
love trilogies.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loves trilogy with boxing, but
No más tres.
that doesn't go anywhere because the only outcome anybody would be satisfied of would be if Canelo won again.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you get a rubber. It's
You-
rubber
it's
again.
completely
It's
even,
another
yeah.
got a
I was
tie and
telling-
everybody's got to win a piece.
I'm surprised Canelo won because usually you have to knock out the champion to win the championship.
I think that's what everybody's upset about, and why people turn away from boxing is we don't see
The
the knockouts like you used to with the heavyweights back in the day.
Even
And then
Cesar
with the-
Chavez,
with the
Julio
rise
Cesar
of-
Chavez.
with the
See,
rise
but
of
these guys
UFC.
were hitting each other hard. I mean, there was some punches that were thrown in this fight that you would have thought, dude, why is he still standing on
Right.
both ends?
I
to be
did
completely
hear
honest.
that.
There, those uppercuts.
Oh no, I heard
Yeah.
Canelo
Those
brought it.
uppercuts.
I really did hear Canelo
Nasty.
brought it this time when he did in the first
stayed-
fight.
He wasn't as bulky as he was last time. That
Yeah.
was one thing that they had talked about. They said he was a lot leaner.
It's because he was off the roids.
He's off those Mexican
juice.
pharmaceutical benefits.
Hey, yo,
and
Thunder,
that
let's talk about a
Mexican
couple Polaroids for my kid.
Oh, yeah, okay, bro.
But yeah, I mean, he looked a lot better. He was a lot faster, a lot more solid. But
But
Triple
I don't
G
think he
just-
was fast enough because Triple G was still faster than him.
Yeah.
Because Canelo had so many awesome shots, man. If he connected with those, he would have knocked us out. He would have knocked him
Also,
out.
take a look at Triple G's face compared to Canelo's face after the fight was over. Triple G's face was a little bit more messed up.
Yeah.
However, Canelo had this really bad gash on his left eye.
Yeah.
That as the fight went on, it progressively got worse.
Yeah.
You just saw it get wider and wider and wider. But yeah, that was pretty crazy.
You were
that
pushing the Crimson Mask, yeah.
yeah, it was a good fight though. I mean, it was worth it. It was worth what I paid for it. So I'll.
Wait, you're gonna get a third because they're kind of, well, because I heard Triple G after the announcement, he just kind of walked off like this is.
He was there. Okay, so I was wondering about that because he did take off,
Yeah.
but he was also standing there for a long time. The interview process with Canelo it seemed like it went on a little longer. And he's just like, fuck this, I'm out of here. So
Because he did say backstage, they asked him, "Would you want to do a third fight under the right circumstances?" Yeah.
Triple G said that.
Yeah, Triple G
See,
said that. Under the right
I missed that
circumstances,
part.
yeah.
I missed like them. I figured they were eventually going to get to him backstage.
Again, I just read like 3-4 different articles
Yeah,
that was about stuff. But yeah, that he did say that. Like, yeah, under the right circumstances, I'd fight him again.
yeah.
So-
I'm sure.
That
I'm
is
sure
gonna
those
happen.
circumstances will come. For sure, those will because it was a good fight. People are going to want to see another one.
Did I hear they were going to get Mayweather Pacquiao again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
in December.
So, did you see the video? I don't know where they were at. It looked like they
Are
were
they
at a
come out in
club.
wheelchairs?
It looked like they were at a club, but I think it was a boxing match.
Uh-huh.
And Mayweather's standing there, and then Pacquiao walks up. He looks like he's just like a fanboy, like, "Hey, I want to fight you. I want the belt. I want the belt." he's like making that gesture next to him, and I don't know whatever words they were exchanged. He must have said he was going to do it, so it looks like they're going to wind up doing it again. Because it was weird. When Pacquiao was standing there, it was awkward. And then he just kept saying, like, I want the belt. I want the belt. Give me a chance. And he's like, I'll give you another chance, And then he just kind of like fizzled away. Just like, all right, thanks. And that was it.
Hey, Dan, Manny Pacquiao's a year younger than you are?
Really?
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yes.
Wow.
He's
Could
40
have been
years
a
old.
politician. Yeah, could have been a politician.
And the funny thing is, I remember,
Mayweather's that too.
I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
so. I just remember,
Yeah, why you got to bring that up? Now I feel bad.
Why you got to bring up old shit?
Yeah. It's literally old shit.
Actually, that's young shit. You're old shit.
Yeah. Older.
well, I remember, what's his name? Muhammad Ali fought like in his 40s.
So did George
Yeah,
Foreman.
Yeah, George Foreman, man, he fought in like his 50s or something. That fool was old.
Yerp.
He's still fighting for you and delicious flavor with a lean, mean, fat burning grilling machine too.
And his kids, George.
And George.
Did
And George.
we forget George?
And George.
Georgina.
Yeah. No, she's named George too.
Damn, that sucks.
It's because his brain is so messed up he can't remember any of the names.
There's a video I found right now on Instagram. In fact, I actually found it on Reddit. It says, caught my neighbor being cheap in the middle of the thunderstorm.
Mm.
He's washing his car.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
Yeah, Floyd Mayweather is 41 years old.
Oh, see, he's my age. Still.
Hey, can you imagine being in that kind of shape?
No. No. I'm literally twice the size of Floyd Mayweather. Well, I don't know. I don't know where he weighs, but it's probably pretty close.
It's time for the bottle share.
Oh, shit. All right. So what do we got here, guys?
So this month's bottle share is Ale Smith's Oktoberfest. It's a German-style Marzen Lager.
It's Oktoberfest with a K.
Let's go ahead and open this up.
1, 2, 3. Brewed in the German style.
Yes, this
Off-cheese.
classic German-style amber lager has been brewed in Germany and Austria for hundreds of years. Though it's made famous for being served in Munich's Oktoberfest, celebrated since 1872, modern versions have exported to the United States and often labeled Oktoberfest, and the name has been synonymous with the minds of most brewers and consumers of the traditional Marzen style. Through the iterations and style of Europe and considerably lighter. Our take on this characteristic is a clean, elegant, and toasty malt. Prost. Good. I enjoy it. Now, Oktoberfest is going to be coming up in the next couple of weeks. It's actually uses the old calendar, so Oktoberfest actually falls in September.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well,
early
they do
October.
They do it to prepare for October.
Well, no, it's because it's the old calendar was actually when it was actually October.
Very nice. Very nice.
So does that mean all the beers brewed for that are done under the Bavarian rule?
Yes.
Because
There's only 3 ingredients.
It's Bavarian good.
No. The Bavarian rule of German is it's 3 ingredients: hops, malts, and barley,
And water.
or water. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, so that's not really 3. Suck it.
Yeah.
No, it's
It's-
hops, malt, and barley, kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
They're all
hops-
grains.
Yeah,
So I
just,
guess I
just the
should
2
suck it.
grains of water, and it's the variations you make with that make the different styles. It's very
good.
it's
clean.
light and clean. Yeah.
It was very difficult to find an October beer. I was going to look for a pumpkin spice beer or a pumpkin beer. I was looking for a 22. I know Rogue does a good one,
Hold on, you were gonna look for what?
a pumpkin spice.
You heard the man.
Because that's what you think of with October, the pumpkin flavored beers.
Man, that's twice I've had to warn you about that on this podcast.
So I'm going to remind you not to eat any pumpkin pie.
hey, it's not pumpkin spice. Oh,
I will
yeah.
fight you for that.
It's called. What do you think they use the pumpkin spice to make?
Man,
You know what? The taste we associate with pumpkin is usually the spice and
Yeah, I
not the actual
It's all
pumpkin.
spice. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was looking for one because Rogue does a really good one. They didn't have any in at the place I went to, which I'm going to tell people not to go to, which is Bevmo. Their beer selection is awful. You're better off going to a small mom and pop bottle shop.
There's several in Riverside. I'm not gonna lie, man. I've been going to Route 30 quite a little bit because it's. I mean, distance-wise, it's like you going to Chino Valley.
Yeah.
So they have their lager, or it's a pilsner, not a lager. It's super clean, and they have a lager now that's a coffee lager,
Oh, wow.
and it is.
Is it called Buzz Beer?
I joke about that every time. I go, this is Buzz beer, man. No, but it's like this. It's a super clean beer, and all you taste for the most part is that coffee, and it's beans from a local coffee shop here in Riverside
Oh, cool.
called the Daily Brew. Oh my god, dude. It's deceptively dangerous because you're drinking this, you're like, oh man, this is so good. It's only 5%, but you've drank 2-3 of them, and you're like, I'm feeling pretty good.
You know, it's funny. People talk to me. It's like, what kind of beers do you like to drink? I goes, you know what? Every once in a while, I enjoy a good lager because I like the hops. I like the doubles, triple double and triple Belgiums. I
Yeah.
like the stouts. But every once in a while, if I see like a craft lager, I'll gravitate towards it.
You have to try a good craft lager because if you can do a good lager or a pilsner or something like that, just something simple,
Yeah.
that means you're good at what you do. You don't have to hide it. You don't have to mask it with 20 different flavors. It's okay. Then I'm trust them.
That's what I tell people. I go, you know, like why all these people add different flavors to the beer because they can't make a good beer with just like the regular ingredients. They're adding like
Yeah.
all these extra flavorings to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what you do when you're trying to make something different, right?
Yeah, but sometimes it starts out as I want to make something simple and basic, and you start adjusting to it to balance out, those imperfections. I don't do this well, so I have to
Alter
find
it.
a way to alter it to make it good.
Yeah.
Spicing things up in a different way.
spicy.
Spicy meatball.
Curry man?
Well, that's a curry.
Curry man.
How about shawarma? We're all going to go out for shawarma after this, right?
Shawarma.
Oh,
Shawarma.
that's a great place.
What is
Oh, that one. Did you see that? Going back to All In, man. We're talking about superheroes now. And Curry. Steve Amell versus Christopher Daniels.
Oh, dude, yeah. All props to Stephen Amell.
that was
good
a
match.
really good match.
Yeah, he got winded, but it's okay.
Yeah. So Green Arrow versus Christopher Daniels.
Oh,
The
wow.
Fallen Angel. It was a really good match, actually.
He's got a lot of he has a lot of respect for the business, and he's actually one of Cody's best friends.
Yeah, because hasn't Cody appeared on the show?
Yeah, Cody's been on Arrow. Yeah.
And then he did
Yeah, he's going back on Arrow actually.
and he did
been the
work in the
same
WWE with him at the time too. So
Really?
then, yeah,
That was two.
and Steve Amell. I mean, he's in shape, dude. He's an American Ninja Warrior.
oh, I'm jealous.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
Yeah,
So-
that fool's cut.
He goes all out for that character, Arrow.
That's
I
right.
watched yesterday. I saw the David. What's the fool we saw at Bar Wrestling? David Arquette match was on yesterday. Did you see that?
I haven't recorded. I haven't watched
oh
it
yeah,
yet.
the David Arquette.
Remember when he won the title?
Man, they introduced him as that former WCW champion. There he is.
Hey, but so did Vince Russo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know who trained him for that match, right?
The guy he wrestled, wasn't it?
No, Peter Avalon.
Oh yeah, because after the match he went and he was talking about it.
Yeah, Peter
Yeah.
Avalon trained him for that match. Peter Avalon's basically the king of California in terms of independent wrestling.
I actually I saw EWF a couple of weeks ago. I took my dad and my kids. It's fun.
Yeah,
it was
the
pretty
same place
fun.
that we went a couple years ago, right?
Yeah, it was the Elks Lodge. It was fun. We sat down and I bought a couple of seats because you can just stand there and watch, but if you want to sit down,
Yeah.
you got to. And the money goes to charity, so actually the money goes to charity, so I feel good about that. And then I got to sit down, and then some church came down and were giving away backpacks to all the kids in the audience, like a new backpack, and it had like some pencils in it, and like
That's rad.
There's a little church down the street down there on the other side of
we call little
East
spiral
Grand.
notebooks and stuff. Like it was nice. It was cute. Everybody got one. All the kids there actually got one. I was kind of like hesitating to send my kids because I'm like, I got all this stuff. These kids, if they don't have money, I'd rather have them get it than my own kids. But no, they had plenty.
Well, you could always give them to like some of your kids that.
Yeah.
Kids turn around, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know I could, but I'd rather if there were kids there that needed it before mine.
Yeah.
I was willing to do that. And, no,
Right.
There was enough to give to all the kids there, so my kids got one too.
That was Andy Brown was on that card, wasn't he?
No, was he? I don't remember. No, I don't think he was. I think the big name was Super Beetle. And one of the guys that's here, he runs a mortuary here in Corona. He's actually a wrestler. And he's an Elks. He's in the Elks Lodge too. So he's always the hometown hero kind of thing. Raunchy Rico was. Raunchy Rico was wrestling. It was good. It was
they had
fun.
that Friar.
What?
That.
Oh man, that guy! I love that dude. Yeah.
The Gargamel.
Friar Juan Roman. That dude's the
Yeah.
shit. I like that guy. Yeah. No, it was good. I mean, it was fun. Like my daughter, she was like, I like this, Dad. I like the drama of it. These guys are like totally overacting. And I was like, yeah, that's what this is. It's just whatever. Matthew thought it was real. He was like, Dad, these guys are getting hurt. And I'm like, no, dude, this is like we watch on TV. I'm like, watch. You can see them like not really hitting each other.
Yeah.
So it's like we play fight. And then he got over it. And he started yelling stuff at the guys too. I was like, you're supposed to like yell at him, dude. Say stuff to him. It's okay. Like they want you to do that.
You gotta boo him.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, you suck. And no, you're cheating. Whatever. Like, you're supposed to yell at him. It's all good.
Turn around, ref.
Yeah. It was pretty funny. It was a good time.
That's the way the Knox was. It wasn't anything fantastic, but I did get to see Rikishi, of course, wrestle. He wrestled with his son and his nephew there against a couple of okay guys. But then he pulled out his pants for the stink face. That was good.
What's going on at the shop?
Oh man, lots going on in the shop actually. But one of the coolest things that I really like right now is we brought back an old pomade that we started carrying when we first opened. It's called Steadfast. Steadfast is a lighter pomade.
It was
awesome.
good. It was pretty good.
Yeah, it's good for light hair. It's good for hair that is fine because it's not crazy strong. Then they also have their Anchor Hold, which is the stronghold version. That's
what I need.
a pomade that I've always tried to get in. Every time I get ready to order it, they were always out. So obviously that's a good thing because that says a lot about the product. So, but I finally got it in. What else we got? Johnny Cupcakes and Suavecito did another collaboration. It's like a second volume of pomade. This one smells more like coconut. Excuse me. It's pretty good. I like it. I like a lot of pomades.
As far as the smell, man, Shiner has it.
Shiner Gold's always got a really
pina
good smell.
colada smell. It's just like
We get some people that aren't fans of it, but I always tell everybody, I'm like, you got to remember, there's tons of pomades out there. They're all pretty much do the same thing. There's a medium hold, a strong hold, there's a light hold. What do you want it to smell like?
Layrite smells good too, but it does not hold my hair.
Yeah, it doesn't work for everybody. There might be something in your hair that maybe just that pomade just doesn't match well with it. So
greasy oil.
Find something else, and
Manteca.
I'm sure a lot of the companies don't want to hear that, but it's just kind of like, dude, this is the brutal truth. One pomade does not work for every hair type.
Yeah, no, that's totally true.
And a lot of people seem to think that it does, and that's just not the case.
Layrite was kind of the name, right? Layrite was kind of the name and the rockabilly scene, the psychobilly scene.
Yeah.
That was
totally
what it was before Suavecito came along and really blew up the game. Because they kind of did. Suavecito's kind of one that blew up the game. But, Layrite does not it just doesn't hold my hair down. It's used way too much. Yeah.
So we get people that say that, and it's the biggest response that I always like to give people is try something else. Shoot. We got a ton of pomade here.
Ruzel. Remember we had that guy that was using Ruzel? That shit wouldn't come out of Sharon when he was in the hospital?
Yep. There's a guy that was in the hospital for like 8 days, and he couldn't take a shower, couldn't wash up or do anything. You get like a sponge bath here and there. But he said, Ruzel held my hair the entire time.
Damn.
That's
rad.
like
grease, dude.
So that
like
was
motor
pretty,
oil.
that was pretty cool. So that's about it, man. Other than that, got everyday other normal things. It's always busy there. It's always best to make an appointment. You always want to make an
I'm
appointment.
trying to do that right now.
It's always best to do it online too. My gosh. Sometimes people call, we may not get the right information. We were going through some issues where people were making appointments and maybe they didn't give the right number. So whatever number they got, it just happened to be somebody else's cell phone number. So it's got somebody else's name and email addresses attached to these appointments. When the person comes in, they're saying, this was supposed to be my appointment time. They put in a different number, so they got somebody else, and it's just, it's
a mess.
It's a mess.
Well, I just booked for Tuesday, so I'll see you then.
Yeah, I just got the notification on my phone. It's nice though. The online thing is a lot nicer because you can do everything. Everything's automated. Some people don't like giving their email address, but
Just log in with Facebook.
yeah, you log in with your Facebook. You don't have to do anything. You know what's really cool
I
about
like
that
the way
feature?
people trust that more.
Your picture actually comes up on
Oh, does it?
Facebook, so
Oh,
we
does it?
actually will know who you are when
Oh,
you
that's
come
good.
in.
That's kind of cool, though.
It's a nice little feater. I have to admit, it's good for the barbers
And
because
actually, I noticed here that when I was booking it with you, that your picture was there.
I just added my picture. I'm going to add a couple of the other barbers. I want people to be able to recognize the other barbers.
Yeah.
One problem that we run into a lot is people will say, I don't remember the guy's name. I remember what he looks like. I just don't remember the guy's name. Then we've got to start playing 20 questions to find out, okay, does he have a shaved head? Does he wear glasses? Does he have tattoos? Throw us a ball here and give us a bone here. And they would tell us, and then we'd eventually find the right person. But this just makes it a little bit easier. I really like the online scheduling system. There's times where we're busy, can't answer the phone. I may not have a receptionist to answer the phone.
I don't remember last time I called the shop.
Oh man, the other day, Saturday, didn't have a receptionist. That phone rang half the day, and we don't want to stop from taking care of our clients. Just always stop and answer.
The people
phone.
who are in the seats will probably get priority over everything.
Oh, heck yeah.
I'll be the first one to say that. I'll tell people don't answer the phone. That's why we have an online booking system. May not be the best way to go, but you know what? Our clients are in the chair. Take care of your person. That person's paying you. Give them their respect and take care of them.
It's fair because you get to put in your time. So I know, like, I'm coming from work, so I know the time I booked a 4 o'clock appointment. I know I'll have time to do whatever I need to do. Probably pick up Matthew, either drop him at home or take him with me.
Yeah.
I know I can be there on time, and I know it's less than a 10-minute wait.
Yeah.
To get my cut, depending on whether or not somebody ran late or something. And you're
Yeah,
finishing up
totally.
something or,
Those things
what I mean?
happen.
It's only a few minutes, rather than like I just walk into a spot and we got these 3 guys are in front of you.
Yeah. No one wants to go.
No.
No one wants to deal with that.
I again, my only complaint sometimes is I want a haircut like today, but it's Sunday as we record this. I got a haircut appointment for Tuesday, and that works. That works for me.
So that's about it. That's what we got going on. What's going on over at Chino Valley?
We always have Geeks Who Drink on Wednesday evenings, so that'll come on in. We had food for the last Geeks Who Drinks. I don't know if that's going to become a regular thing. We also do Foodie Fridays, so that's every other Friday. So it just happened last weekend. So check Instagram and check the website, which is ChinoValleyBrewery.com, and we're located at 1609 South Grove Avenue, Ontario, California, Unit 109.
Yeah, we're still brewing that mango that we had a couple.
The mango is out, but it will be back pretty soon.
All right,
It's always in a regular rotation.
I was just talking to somebody about that. We went to actually, I already tell you guys this. I went to UC San Diego last Saturday, toured the school, then went to the beach. I got a gnarly sunburn, by the way. But I was talking to another person that I work with, and we were talking about the breweries that you live by too, Rick.
Those are good ones.
Yeah, those type of ones. I was talking about that guava and sea salt one we had last episode.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, surprised me that it was like so different. And I was talking about the RFID thing that I had when I was down in San Diego, and so it's kind of coming up. But I was talking about the mango, saying we got to get down there and try that mango because it's like seriously one of the best beers I've ever had. So.
Oh, speaking about the breweries, the other one, Thompson, that's down by me.
Yeah.
Chris Burrows was there Saturday. Chris Burrows from Channel 5.
Oh,
he does the foodie visits.
Oh, cool.
So I thought that was pretty cool. I know. Have you guys seen any of the new products at Made Shop right now for the fall?
I saw it was like the Halloween.
Yeah, they have a lot of
some
Halloween stuff,
stuff
man.
they
It looks
posted.
really awesome. So you can always go check that out. That's at 6520 Magnolia Avenue in Riverside. Or you can check out MadeShopRiverside.com.
It is that creepy time. Everybody's gonna start. Actually, the day September 1st, I had I guess you could say a neighbor, but it's somebody on the next block. I was leaving to go to the store or something, and that next block, sure enough, man, September 1st, they're starting to put up orange lights outside, and
Wow.
they have
All
those
right,
big
get ready.
statues of like death and stuff. So yeah. Hey, actually, today as we record this, it is El
Mexican
16
Independence Day.
September.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mexican Independence Day.
Which starts Mexican Heritage Month. No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got hit up to do some stuff for Mexican Heritage Month at work, so we'll probably do that. So we'll start talking about some stuff we got going on. It'd be kind of cool to deal with that and independence and just cultural awareness.
My kids just did all their performances for that.
Yeah, I was impressed by that, man. I'm kind of jealous too that nobody near us does that because I could make some money.
They do really well, man. They do really well. The kids work really hard, and
It's a fundraiser.
it's part fundraiser more than anything. It's the dual immersion kids celebrating Latin American culture,
Yeah, it's
Oh,
cultural
and
awareness.
all the kids, all the classes
while eating
do
tacos, though.
performance, tacos and elotes and agua frescas and you name it, man. It was good food.
So I got one other thing that I want to talk about. Unless you guys had something else.
No.
We know we can go on for hours. You know how that goes.
So
We did last episode.
friend of the Showcase Theater and host of he has a podcast for Riverside. Hey Riverside is the name of his podcast. Patrick
of that one.
Maloney. Gang raping nuns, Patrick Maloney. Those of you who are into thrash metal know who Patrick is. His band used to play at the Showcase all the time, Gang Raping Nuns.
I did remember that.
He is hosting a very special event that you guys are going to laugh when I tell you what the name of this festival is, because we were supposed to go to this event a long time ago at the Fox Theater, and we went, and the damn show got canceled. It was my only chance to see Spike and Mike's Sick and Twisted Festival of Animation. Patrick's bringing it back.
I
Tickets
saw
went
that.
on
Yes,
sale
I saw that.
September 14th. It's going to be Friday, November 2nd at the Fox Performing Arts Center. He's bringing this goddamn thing back, and I am so excited because that was my only chance to see it.
You never saw it?
I've never seen it. I know we've always
I saw it at
talked
the
about
Fox
it.
when it was a shithole, and they had a ghetto blaster on stage. Bumping,
We were supposed to go and see it another time
bumping
there.
Rancid. Actually,
Yeah.
You know how long ago that was? It was what's the second Rancid album? The one with Salvation and all that.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go. It was Let's Go. That's how long ago that shit was. It was a tape too.
So I don't know if you guys remember. We went down there and we went to the box office. It was closed.
I
They
canceled
canceled
it.
Yeah, I
You guys
remember.
went to
I
that
remember one time it
but
was closed at the
yeah.
Fox Theater, and then they started hosting it at
the UA, the Regents.
Yeah,
Or the
the-
Regal or
over
whatever
by
it was,
UCR.
the one by UCR.
So
UV. There you go.
like I
I thought you
said,
went to
University
that. I
Village.
thought you went to the UCR one.
no,
with us
I
one
never
time.
went to that one.
I went to a couple of the ones there.
But September tickets already are on sale. The event's going to be Friday, November 2nd. I want to talk to Pat about this. I want to get some information about it before. Maybe we'll just do a special, quick little something. Maybe we can
You know,
throw
we
it
need to
up.
look at. We need to start looking into getting people in on Skype,
That would be rad.
finding them in, because I think we can get Anthony from Mousepire in on Skype too. If we're just gonna do it, we did a little different format today. Not you guys would notice, but we did a little bit of a different format recording this. So if we do it like that, then we could just get people on Skype and just have them in for a piece, and then it's just dropped in like that. So it's something we should look into, Dan.
Yeah, that would be rad. I'd
Because
like to do that.
I do the Skype. Like I know how to record Skype through my own for my other podcast, and it's totally possible. So we have to figure out how that kind of works.
yeah.
So we'll start messing with that. But that would be kind of cool.
But-
Maybe we can get more special guests in, and we don't have to get them to like wherever they're from to drive in from wherever. Like getting Ryan here,
Yeah.
because Ryan lives out in Wildemar. So,
Oh, but he's always down to hang out with us too.
well, yeah, I know too. But we can get him maybe a little bit more regularly. If it's like, yeah, I'll drop in for this segment. I can talk on the phone for 20 minutes. Because you can just
Yeah.
do Skype through your phone. It doesn't have to be on the computer even.
So that's all I got, guys. I don't know about you guys. You guys got anything else going on?
Real quickly, a friend of mine from work is band Bears and Bunnies going to play a show at Wormington's Tavern in Riverside.
When's that?
It's September 29th, and it's from 2 to 9 p.m. They go on about 8 o'clock, and that's at 3587 University Avenue, Riverside, California, 92501.
You got anything going on, man? You got any more of a solid month for that wedding or what?
We're looking at spring 2020. We're going to go look at a venue actually on Friday.
Nice.
Awesome.
I'll keep you guys posted with updates.
Right on, Rick. Anything else you want to add?
No, not at the moment. Just surviving right now, man. My beat, I was doing construction all week, building the ramp outside my house. So it's funny when the 3-year-old next door is like, "Who are those construction workers outside, Daddy?"
The
I'm
neighbor.
Like, yeah.
Who are those Mexicans, Daddy?
Oh,
And
that's,
I, and,
the
and I got
neighbor's
school,
dad.
and I got schooled by a 65-year-old to a 68-year-old.
Your dad?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
my
yeah.
dad and my uncle did 90% of the work. They wouldn't
I
let
was
me
gonna,
touch anything.
I was gonna say like, so I did all this. I'm like, no, you didn't. Dad did.
I dug holes like a dirty Mexican, man. I'll tell you that.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I've dug my share of holes. I'll tell you that much.
I'll tell you, he's digging himself a hole right now with Roman Reigns in this damn Hell in a Cell match.
Why is
This
there a
fool
red
went from
cage?
beating Brock Lesnar last month to like going against Braun Strowman, but you know he's gonna win. They're not gonna give Braun the title.
Nah, not this way.
Yeah, my buddy was complaining at work.
Roll
Edge
out.
Punk dude was complaining because what was he complaining about? Oh, that the steel cage was red. I'm like,
Oh, that's because Vince McMahon wanted something different for the 20th anniversary.
You know who else had a red steel cage? TNA.
Uh-oh.
Do you
And
remember
it had a cover on it.
do you remember the old blue steel cage?
No.
That's, why do they not bring that back?
Because people hated it. It wasn't sturdy. The wrestlers hated it.
But they could just paint they could get a new one and paint it blue.
They said the actual fencing, because of the way the posting worked, it was a lot more stable. Like, you think about it, because that blue cage went across the whole way. It wasn't stable, dude. To climb up that had to have been a bitch.
It looks like.
Anyway,
Yeah, what do I care? What do I
coming
care?
up
This
in
is a
a,
wrestler.
anything else you got going on, Rick?
No, not really.
I'm a busy man. Here in a couple
You're
weeks.
always a busy man.
No, dude. I really am. Here in a couple weeks, I got the Fall Out Boy show with Machine Gun Kelly. The next day, AFI. Actually, Rise Against an AFI. October brings a busy month at work, but the end of October brings Surf City Blitz. I'll be there both days for Surf City Blitz. The next week, Dan, we will be at Danzig. That's the week after
Oh,
Surf City Blitz.
yeah.
I just found out.
Courtesy of Groupon.
Courtesy of Groupon on the $20 ticket.
Did I ever pay you back? Did I
No.
ever pay you? Okay,
You
I'll
have
get
not,
that
but
money.
yeah,
I still owe you that
we'll
money.
survive. The week after that, I just found out the Interrupters are going to play at the Glass House
Oh,
on the Sunday, the day before Veterans Day, and no work. So I'll probably get up a couple of tickets to go see the Interrupters because they are fire. Actually, kerosene. But anyway, hope you got that joke.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's going on.
No, we
man.
got the
Oh,
joke.
you know
It
what?
just wasn't funny.
You see that Los Gatos Locos show too?
no.
Los Gatos Locos, man, is calling it a day. So they're playing the West Coast Records Ball. They're bringing it back here.
And Los Gato Electricals is playing.
No, Los Gatos Electricals is playing that same show, and I believe Necro too. It's like, wow, that's kind of an interesting
Dude, that
show.
might be interesting.
We might have to check
Especially if
that
it's
out.
gonna be their last time playing.
I believe it is the same weekend as the Interrupter show. I'll have to look at that. but
Actually, I'll throw one more in for you real quick. As Diabats is playing next week in
they
Long
are
Beach.
in
I'm
Alex's
going.
bar. Yeah.
I'm going to go to that one. Black Rose Phantoms are playing with them as well. So our friends Ozzy.
I did see that, man. I don't think I can make that, but
Richie.
that's a good show.
Yeah, I'm going to go. Already told Christine. I said, well, we can go with you or you can go without you. So that'll be pretty rad too.
So let's see. Let's check the date. It is the final Los Gatos Loco show, probably the very first American psychobilly band. So we'll look into that.
After the Quakes.
The title is debatable because the Quakes went to England, so the one started here is kind of Los Gatos Locos. So I've been on a Quakes.
But they
kick.
started in Buffalo.
I've been on a Quakes kick lately. I actually listen
Really?
to Quakes a lot. Yeah.
Nice.
So they need to come out and play again. I missed them the last time they were out here. So
What the hell's Dolph Ziggler doing out here?
because it's the whole thing with the Shield and that's their partner. Braun Strowman's their partner. Here we go.
There you go. Okay.
Anyway.
All right, let's wrap this pony up. It's already at 1:40. So, all right, guys, we're good.
we're good.
We're
Very
good.
good.
Oh, all right. Man, we need our
there's
socials.
one more.
Oh, the
Where
regular.
can you find us? You got them, Rick?
Yeah, I got them ready.
Okay,
Go
here we
for it.
Hey, you can email us at exocast@yahoo.com.
Is that right? We got
Yes.
confirmation on
Confirmation from Xavier.
We are on
I'm not reading it.
That's the intro.
we are on Instagram at exoculture. Facebook, we are exocult. Twitter, we are exocultcast. You can find us on Podomatic, iTunes, Stitcher, YouTube. You can YouTube Extraordinary Culture Podcast. We're available on TuneIn as well. And you can use your Echo device to say, Alexa, play Extraordinary Culture Podcast.
that. You can also do that with Google. Google will do it as well.
Oh, Google
Yeah,
Home
me
will
and
do it
Chris
now?
found out about
I
that.
don't know. We're on Google. We'll look into that, and then we'll look on radio.com.
Well, you
look
just Google. You just tell Google, Google Assistant, play Extraordinary Culture
Oh, really?
Podcast. It'll pull it up.
Oh,
yeah.
fair enough. Then.
So, cool.
Oh,
All right, guys.
I tried to get on Google Play, and it was kind of difficult. So
Ain't
All
no
right.
thing, chicken wing.
That means September is officially ended.
All right. Can someone go wake up Billy Joe?
Let's do it. See you next time.
all right.